Hello and welcome to Essential Oils 101. My name is Erica and I'm just glad to have you with me here on this webinar. I want to just start by sharing a little bit about myself and how we got involved with essential oils. About a year and a half ago, we stumbled upon essential oils while we were looking for a natural remedy for my husband's seasonal issues. He had been struggling with allergies for about 3 years at this point, and nothing that he tried was really helping. He was sneezing a lot, his eyes were always watering and coughing, and he was just having a really hard time. So we tried lots of different things and spent lots of money trying to find a good solution, and we just weren't having much luck. So actually I saw my wedding photographer, out of all people, on Facebook saying that she had started using essential oils and was having really good success with them. So I decided I would ask her about them, and I'm glad that I did, because that was finally something that we found that was able to help my husband with his allergies. And once we started using them, I started experimenting with them, and I actually was able to find lots and lots and lots of uses for the oils. I'm an elementary school teacher, so I'm around germs all the time. The kids sneeze on me and wipe their dirty hands on their desks, on their clothes, and on each other and on me, and we just spread germs around a lot in the classroom. So I was sick a lot. I was kind of just in this cycle of getting sick, and then I didn't really like taking a lot of medicine, so I would just kind of wait it out and feel miserable for about a week, and then I would kind of start to get better, and then I would get sick again, and I went through this cycle where I actually, every now and again would end up in the doctor's office getting an antibiotic or a steroid shot, and I just didn't like taking that stuff and didn't like doing that. So I was also kind of looking for a solution, but I didn't really know it at the time. But I did start playing around a little bit with the essential oils, and have found also some really great things that have helped to support my immune system and to keep me healthy in the classroom. And it's also, of course, helping my husband with his allergies. So that's just a little bit about me. So let me turn this camera off, and we'll get back to, we'll start the presentation. Okay, so this is Essential Oils 101. This is just some basic information about what essential oils are. So let me see here. There we go. Okay, so here's just a quick history of essential oils. When I started thinking about whether or not I wanted to try these oils, I was very skeptical, because a lot of people that I knew were kind of jumping on what I just call it the essential oil bandwagon. Everybody was trying it. It was the new thing. And I'm just not into that. I'm not into, the fads and things like that. So I was really hesitant. Did I really want to try these essential oils? Is it just like a here today, gone tomorrow type thing? And as I really started looking into it, I realized that essential oils actually have been around for quite some time, all the way back to, well, as we can see here, the prehistory times. But also, I've read about essential oils in the Bible, which I didn't even realize. I've read about frankincense and myrrh. And so that kind of just, piqued my curiosity and made me start to kind of consider essential oils as a little bit more credible than maybe I had at first. So essential oils definitely have been used throughout history for many different things by many different people in many different places. So that's all well and good, but how can essential oils help me? Well, first of all, they're natural. The essential oils come directly from the plant. They're either cold pressed or steam distilled at low temperatures, depending on the different plant. As you can see right here, this is a peppermint leaf, and this is magnified a lot. And this little white sac right here is actually the essential oil. So if you've ever rubbed a peppermint leaf or even like squeeze a little bit of the orange rind, that liquid that comes off is the essential oil. And the essential oil is kind of like the plant's own little medicine cabinet. The plant uses it to ward off diseases. And, you know, if it's torn, if a leaf is torn or broken in some way, the essential oil can help to restore that plant to health and help it heal itself. So speaking of peppermint oil, we'll just drop down here. The interesting thing about essential oils, one of the interesting things is that they are super, super potent and powerful. So 1 drop of peppermint oil is the equivalent of 28 cups of peppermint tea. So, you know, I know a lot of people drink, use herbs and teas and different things for health reasons. Well, as you can see here, just 1 drop of peppermint oil is the equivalent to all of this tea, which means they are very, very concentrated and very potent. So on that note, I also want to just mention that I recommend generally diluting essential oils when you're just beginning. And some oils you'll dilute forever, but as you're kind of figuring out what works for you, I always, you know, want to be a little cautious and recommend diluting with another carrier oil. My preference is coconut oil, but other oils will work. You know, in a pinch, you could use olive oil or something like that, just to dilute the oil, because as you can see, 1 drop is the same as 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's very, very concentrated. So if you could just drop, you know, 1 drop of peppermint in your hand and then a few drops of coconut oil and mix it together, that's just a little bit more conservative use of the oils as you're beginning. You know, and if you use them for a while and you feel that, you know, the dilution isn't necessary, then that's, you know, that's your decision. Right here, we have a little diagram, a little picture of a cell. And this also really caught my attention when I was new and just learning about the oils. This is very simple science, I guess. But we'll just look right here. You've got a cell membrane, this black part around the cell. And the job of the cell membrane is to kind of be the gatekeeper, to allow things in that are supposed to come in, but also keep things out that are supposed to stay out. Well, on occasion, a virus can start to grow within that cell. And if I were to take an over-the-counter medicine or even a prescription medicine, the cell membrane would block that medicine from the cell. It wouldn't let it come in. There have been numerous times where I've gone to the doctor feeling sick and only been told that, unfortunately, I've got a virus and there's nothing the doctor can give me. And this is the reason why. That cell membrane will just keep those medicines out of my cell. As you can see, the bacteria is on the outside of the cell, so that's why an antibiotic will actually work on the bacteria. The neat thing about an essential oil is that it's natural, it's not synthetic, and the cell membrane recognizes it as something beneficial to the body, and it will open up and allow that essential oil to come right inside the cell and start attacking the virus from within. So that's a huge benefit that we have with the oils that we really can't find elsewhere, is that they can actually get inside that cell membrane and go to work right away and even help fight a virus. Okay, and just real quick to mention these pictures right here. This is a live blood sample. This was before applying Balance. 1 drop of Balance, I believe, on the feet, and then 30 seconds later, you can see how the blood cells have separated. There's improved movement. They're not sticky and clumping together anymore. So this is just, you know, a picture of actually what an essential oil can do on a cellular level. Okay, now we know that essential oils can be purchased at the grocery store. They can be purchased at a health food store. They can be purchased lots of different places. So you're probably wondering, why would I buy from doTERRA when I can buy them just down at the store? doTERRA has what they call a certified pure therapeutic grade standard. Okay, these oils are harvested from plants from their natural habitat. And I'm going to click to the next slide for just a second. Here you can see that doTERRA brings their plants from all over the world. Okay, I live in Texas, and I've got lavender actually growing in my backyard. It's growing, it's lavender, but it is not thriving. Okay, lavender is from France. As you can see here, lavender comes from France, and that's where the soil conditions, the elevation, the rainfall, the just overall climate is best for lavender. That's where lavender thrives. So that's where doTERRA gets the lavender. The lavender in my backyard is still lavender, and I could get essential oil out of it, but it would not have the same therapeutic benefits as a lavender that comes from, as a lavender wood that comes from France, okay? You can see the lemon comes from Italy. The melaleuca comes from Australia, as does the eucalyptus. So you can just see here that all the different places that the essential oils come from. Okay, now we're going to move back here. doTERRA also uses very strict third-party testing of every batch of essential oils to ensure that there are no synthetics and there are no adulterations in the oils. So these are actually considered beyond organic, and they're free of fillers. There's nothing additional added to these essential oils. Even when you go to the store and a bottle says 100% pure essential oil, you know, that could be 100% pure lavender oil from Texas, or it could have a few drops of 100% pure oil, and the rest could potentially be a filler, like a coconut oil or any other cheaper oil that could be added to that bottle. So the point is that when you buy from the store, there's no guarantee, there's no testing to guarantee that what you're buying is actually a therapeutic grade oil. Okay, so we can get synthetic essential oils, and those are things that you'll find in fragrances like perfume, shampoos, lotions, things like that. And those are generally used just for their smell. Okay, now there's a food grade essential oil that can be like mint chewing gum or lemon in your salad dressing or something like that. And those are generally used, again, for their smell or for their flavor. Okay, and then we come down here to the therapeutic grade, which are those essential oils that you'll find at the health food store. And those, like we just talked about, maybe have misleading marketing strategies that lead you to believe you're using a pure product when perhaps it has been contaminated or there is some adulteration happening there. There's just no standard. That's the thing. So those are used a lot of times for aromatherapy and for massages, as well as for their flavor or scent. It is interesting, though, most of these therapeutic oils that you'll get from the store will say on there not to be ingested or do not ingest or not for internal use. And that to me is just a red flag. So, of course, doTERRA has the CPTG standard, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. It's the highest quality available. And it is obviously used, you know, we can use the doTERRA oils for their smell, their flavor, for aromatherapy and massage, and also to treat some different medical needs. So that's what we've got as far as the different essential oil grades. Oops. Okay, so let's move on here. Well, maybe. Well, okay, there we go. We're back to the map, which we've already looked at. Okay, now we're just going to quickly run through and talk about some of the most common essential oils. First of all, lavender. We've already mentioned lavender. It's great for a lot of things. It's a natural antihistamine. You can use it on a bug bite. You can use it to help with allergy symptoms. You can even use it to relax at nighttime. It'll help calm anxiety. You can apply it to a burn to eliminate the sting and help that heal. Melaleuca is commonly known as tea tree oil. It's great for the skin. You can use it on skin blemishes. Anytime you've got a rash, Melaleuca is great support for the skin. A lot of times you'll hear about tea tree oil shampoos. It's because it's great for a healthy scalp and hair. Also, Melaleuca is antifungal, so it's great to apply to feet and toenails if you've got that kind of an issue. Peppermint has so many uses. You can use it for respiratory support, for digestive support, for any kind of muscular pain. Peppermint's great even for nausea or motion sickness. It actually has many uses. And like I said, I'm just naming a few of the uses right now. We'd be here all night if I tried to tell you everything that each oil can do. So lemon cleans and freshens. I drink a drop of lemon in my water every day just to help detox my body. Just from living in this world, we breathe in toxins, and we've just got toxins in our bodies from using plastic and just living in this world. So I use a drop of lemon each day. It dissolves synthetics. So whenever I use lemon in my water, I want it to dissolve the synthetics that are in my body, but I don't want it to dissolve the plastic cup. So I always make sure to mention, if you're going to use essential oils in a cup, make sure it's glass, not plastic, because it will break down those synthetics in your body. It'll also break down the synthetic plastic. So just make sure you're not drinking that plastic. It's great for an irritated throat. I know when I'm losing my voice, I like to drink a little bit extra lemon water. It helps to neutralize odors. And it's great for cleaning. Okay. Oregano. Now, oregano is it's a very hot oil. And once you smell it, you'll know what I mean. You can smell it from about 10 feet away if you open up the bottle. It's great. It's a great natural antibiotic. You can use it to cleanse your body on, just in a monthly cleansing regimen. I've also used it to cook. It tastes great, and 1 drop goes a long way. So I would even recommend possibly using less than 1 drop if you're going to use it in a soup or something. Now, frankincense is kind of the Swiss Army, well, lavender and frankincense, I guess, are kind of the Swiss Army knives of essential oils. You can use you can use frankincense for stretch marks. You can use essential oils. Sorry, my power was about to go out. It's kind of blinking. So you can use frankincense for stretch marks. You can use them for wrinkles. You can use frankincense for any kind of inflammation. It's a great overall support for the body. It's great for the skin as well, like it says here, for any minor cuts. On Guard is an oil that I use every single day. It supports the immune system. So I use it every single day just to keep my body healthy and fighting, those environmental threats. Deep Blue comes in an oil and also in a rub or a cream. It can be used to, just help tired or aching joints. After a workout, I love to put on Deep Blue. It can be great for massaging as well. Breathe is awesome for a respiratory support. Anytime that you're congested, excuse me, or just need to open up your airways a little bit, Breathe is an awesome option. Digest Zen helps with any kind of digestive issue. You can rub it just directly on your stomach, or even just drink a drop in a bottle of water. Out of a glass of water. Now let me just stop here and mention that these 10 oils that we've just talked about all come in the starter kits. So I just want to make that note before we move on. Elevation, I love to diffuse elevation or even use it as my perfume. It helps to just kind of lift your spirits and elevate your mood. Serenity is great for relaxation. I put Serenity in my diffuser every night, and it helps me get a very deep, restful sleep. Balance is the grounding blend. So anytime I feel that my emotions are off or I just need to calm down a bit, I apply some balance or diffuse balance. Slim and Sassy is the metabolic blend. So it's great in a glass of water to kind of calm down calm the cravings. And Past Tense is a tension blend. It's great. I like to apply it on my shoulders when I'm driving just to release that tension. And it also smells great. So I really like
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
So I really also like Past Tense for just the way it smells. Okay, so I mentioned the kits. The way to join doTERRA is by purchasing a kit. And we've got an amazing offer just for the next few days until the end of May. All of these kits include up to 200 PV for free. PV means point value. And when we're talking about oils, you might as well just say $50 to $200. When we're talking about the oils, a point is the equivalent to $1. So these 10 oils right here in the Family Physicians kit are all 5 milliliter bottles, and that will get you 50 PV or $50 to spend on whatever you'd like, just with the purchase of this enrollment kit. The next kit has those same 10 oils plus a diffuser, and these bottles are 15 milliliters, and that will get you $100 additional to buy, any other oil that you choose that's not included in this kit. And then we've got another, a little bit more, a larger kit down here that will include up to 200 PV or dollars of essential oils. Okay, and the last thing I just want to mention before we close this out is the doTERRA Loyalty Rewards Program. This is the absolute smartest way to buy. I get free oils all the time just because I participate in this program. So it's kind of like a frequent flyer program. Basically, the first 3 months that you participate, you get 10% back on all your purchases, and then it increases 5% every 3 months until you get up to 13 months. You top off at 30% back. So I've been doing this a while, and I get 30% back on every purchase that I make. doTERRA also gives you back any money that you spend on shipping. They apply that also to your point balance. So if I spend $10 in shipping, I'll get $10 applied to my Loyalty Rewards Program account. So this is a way to get, actually, it's a very generous program to get lots of free product credits. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me on this webinar. I look forward to talking to you and answering any questions that you might have.